Wait a minute, why am I muted? I don't know why I'm muted. Oh well. Should probably put this on so my phone doesn't go crazy. Um, I really hope connection will work this time and everything. It usually works just fine here, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, welcome back everybody. I am Shiryuki Chaos, and today, our only objective is, I guess, the Trigger Story Quest event, or her little agent video archive thing. That's kind of like the only thing today on today's agenda. And then I guess whatever time we have left afterwards will probably be towards maybe her event, since I really haven't done anything with it. Well, at least probably check it out. If I remember, this is a expansion on the VR stuff. So we'll probably give that a little check out afterwards. I don't know. We'll just check everything out as we go, but first and foremost, story quest, of course. Trigger agent story out of sight has been recorded. Weird game, it's like we're already looking at it, bruv. Bruv, it's like we're already looking at it. And then, if I remember correctly, we already have everything done. Echoes of Silver done. We basically have every single one of these done, so the only one we really need to do is the Trigger Story quest, and that's it. And, obviously, maybe this is a long story, I'm not 100% sure. But, usually there's been part 1, 2, and 3. Is this a long-ended story? It might equal the same length, I don't know. But, let's check it out. Without further delay, let's get into it. This is a story that took place in the past, a story of a rookie proxy named Faithin, who meets a young lady at a crossroads of fate. Once again, pre-season 1. Belle, we've been on 6th Street for a while now. How many Internet commissions have we taken these past few days? We're still newbies, so you know how it is. We haven't received many commissions yet. We're still the green newbies. It's okay, we're starting our proxy business and video store from scratch, side by side. It'll take time these days. I've been focusing on managing the store, so thank you for taking care of our internet business. Having this cozy little home with you is already much better than the life we had just after leaving the academy. As long as we slowly build our rep, we'll eventually have a chance to uncover clues about the fall of the old capital. Belle will take it slow. I wonder if the next story quest is going to be the fall of the old capital. Because you have to imagine or wonder is, unless that's going to be like quote-unquote the start of the game's season 2, right? I still want to take on some commissions, but I get bored when there are no commissions. Give us the commissions! Belle, your enthusiasm is really something, but your troubles will soon be resolved. I saw how hard you've been searching for commissions, so these past few days I found an intelligence broker on Internet who can introduce commissions to us. Was that the cue when we met Shepard? As long as we can establish a long-term partnership with this professional intelligence broker, we shouldn't have to worry about getting commissions in the future. As your older brother, I also want to help you. Good job, little bro. Thanks. I've done a good job too. I arranged to meet him at the store today. He should be arriving soon. With this little mess we have? At that moment, a sudden knocking comes from the door. He's here just in time. Belle, let's go talk to him. Who knows, maybe a cool surprise will be waiting for us on our first commission with him. Should be Shepard, right? How much you want to bet is Shepard? And also, you're telling me we met Trigger before actually meeting Trigger? That is some storytelling. As the front doors open, a man in a suit walks in. Although he wears a friendly and reliable smile, there is still something slightly off about him. It is Shepard! I knew it. It is Shepard. Belle, allow me to introduce our future partner, the intelligence broker I found on internet. Nice to meet you both. You can call me Shepard. I'm glad you two chose to work with me. By the way, are you just starting out in this line of work? Also, I really hate this. Why does this situation give me Modern Warfare 2 vibes? Only because his name is Shepard. Now, he's not as, like, evil as Shepard in Modern Warfare 2. But why do I feel like this is the end of these two siblings, even though it's not? Only because his name is Shepard. That's just where I get it. Nice to meet you. We haven't been in the business for too long. We just started, but business hasn't been all that. I understand. It's normal for rookie proxies like you to have a hard time finding commissions. Please don't worry. As an intelligence broker, I exist precisely for people like you. Let me check my notes. Your name is Faithin, right? What kind of commissions do you usually specialize in? Great at any commission. We have superior technology. To a certain extent. Once we get Fairy, yeah, we are far superior to anyone else with technology. What energetic response these days? Many young proxies lack the energy you have. That being said, combat-related commissions might be a bit tricky. You two don't seem like fighters, and hiring combat personnel can be expensive for new proxies. To be honest, I'm not sure I feel comfortable assigning you anything dangerous. We'll find our own way to resolve that. I believe you'll see it in the actual commission. The actual commission, huh? Well then, I happen to have a recently issued commission that could serve as the perfect starting point for our partnership. I believe this commission is the perfect difficulty to assess your abilities. If you're interested, let me explain the details. Shall we move to a more convenient place to talk? Bruv, the video store is empty. What other area do we need to talk? It's not suitable to talk about this at the counter, so you move to a small room with Shepard to discuss things in detail.
Our first assignment together is a missing person commission. There's no need for combat or venturing into any hollows, so it's completely safe. Honestly, I can't think of a better way to test your skills.
Okay, besides the fact that people could be listening outside the video store in this situation, is the video store actually open? Who else would come in? Y'all seen them moving boxes? Like, bruv. Hire a proxy then? Is this not really just a filler job?
Not to be rude to the client, but guiding people through the hollows is what a proxy does. A commission that doesn't even require stepping in one seems kind of pointless for us to handle, right?
Don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not trying to pass this off on you. Your ability to navigate the hollow is unquestionable. That's what makes a proxy a proxy. But this role involves more than just that, and this commission is a perfect opportunity to demonstrate those other skills.
He's definitely pawning this off on us, isn't he?
To be honest, the client barely gave us anything to work with, just pieces of info. That's why this is a perfect chance to show off your skills in gathering intel, spotting details, and negotiating. All the makings of a top-tier proxy.
Well, we got no other choice except the commission.
You've made your point. Guess we can't refuse now. Let's see the job.
Also, remember the times when our electric bill wasn't so high? Little inside joke. Shepard nods in satisfaction and pulls out 3 items from his pocket. Our harmonica, sheet of music, and an old photo. Why does this seem more related to Astra Yao? Old photo of a woman with covered eyes. I know this is Trigger story quest, but the stuff he pulled out honestly just screams more Astra Yao.
The client has only provided us with these 3 clues. All we know is that the woman in the photo is your target.
Just a photo? So even the client doesn't know her name, identity, or whereabouts? And what's the deal with the harmonica and the sheet music?
Man, off topic, I think my ceiling light's about to go out sometime. Keeps blinking every so often.
The client doesn't seem to have any more info, though it's possible they just don't want to share. But the client did mention if you get stuck, you should try playing the sheet music with the harmonica.
What good is that supposed to do for us?
Well then, I'll leave this commission in your capable hands. Keep me in the loop if you make any breakthroughs. Just ping me on Knock Knock.
A single photo and a melody. Feels like chasing shadows. Belle, where do you think we should start?
Back at the scene of the crime. Let's go to Port Elpis and look for clues.
Maybe we should start with Port Elpis. A woman with her eyes covered isn't exactly someone you see every day. Remember when we went to visit the sea? I'm pretty sure we spotted someone like that back then. Remember? I was in a bad mood that day, so you took me to the port to clear my head. We bought some fries, but you were so busy staring at that girl with her eyes covered, a seagull snatched them right out of your hand.
Man, and I thought Belle was mad.
Why do you sound mad? Now that I think about it, that woman did look a lot like the one in the photo. I was just a bit distracted. I didn't mean to stare. Next time I'll make sure to watch my fries more carefully.
That sounded more like an intimate response, not a sibling response.
Well, thanks to you, we've got a lead now. Let's head to the port and see what we can find.
Okay. To the Port Elpis. Look around and get ready beforehand. Do I want to look around first? Before just fast traveling? Do you guys have anything, actually? Inventory check. Boxes have been moved. We're all done. Stuff is heavy. I'm exhausted. Can I charge my ether battery for a while? Would you love a drink of bamboo coolant? We don't earn enough Denny's for that stuff. That's funny. That's just that. Look around. Well, I guess looking around here really ain't that bad, but I guess we're supposed to look around Port Elpis. I guess we could have just fast traveled there first, but I don't know. Could have had something in the parking lot, I suppose. Well, we've arrived. Time to find our missing person. However, it was a week ago I saw that lady, and we can't be sure if she's the person we're looking for. Even if she is, it's uncertain whether she's still around here. Better get started. Let's look around for clues. Alright, Scooby-Doo gang, let's go find ourselves a woman. Alright, since we don't have any other leads right now, let's try our luck here. I'll attempt to hack into the cameras to check if she's been around recently. As for you, Belle, take the photo and ask the locals and passerbys around here. Alright, Scooby-Doo gang, let's split up and look for clues. Holy crap, there is a lot of places to check. You, down at the docks again. Up there. Holy crap, there's a lot of places to check. I guess we'll just start close by. Welcome to Tattered King. Our fries and hot dog combo is a bestseller. Have you seen this person? I remember seeing this girl before. When? Maybe once every 1 or 2 months. I'll see her wandering around the area. But I've never spoken to her, and she doesn't seem to interact much with anyone around here, so I don't really know much about her background. So she hasn't been around recently. I don't think so. I don't remember seeing her recently. Are you looking for her? I can keep an eye out for you. Okay. Would you like some fries? Seagulls here always try to steal the fries. Alright then, I guess we'll come back later. Seagulls have been active recently. Will they take a negative impact on the sales of our fries? Blah, blah, blah. I guess we'll just start up here and work our way down. Why not? Unless we somehow manage to, I guess, get it right on one of these. I almost doubt it, but why not? A blindfolded woman has appeared around here. The port. Whoever has seen her, try knocking on the door. Isn't this just a little story quest that you get from this? Knock on the door again. Who? Hello. Who? Let me see. Door opens slightly. Someone's actually living in this store. Person returns within 3 seconds, never seen. Disappear in the end, everyone will disappear. Door shuts? What was that all about? Okay. Well, we got nothing there. I guess we'll go to the lighthouse? Try climbing the lighthouse. Just as you are about to try opening the door leading to the top of the lighthouse, an old man appears behind you. No, 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 don't do that. What do you think you're doing? The lighthouse is currently off limits. No one is allowed to enter. Sorry, I didn't know. If I hadn't shown up, you would have just gone straight in, wouldn't you? The lighthouse hasn't been properly maintained for years. If something happened to you, who would take responsibility? Besides, what do you need to go up to the lighthouse for? I'm looking for someone. Let me see. This girl does have a rather memorable appearance, but I don't remember seeing her before. I think she might have been here before. If that's so, I'll keep an eye around the lighthouse. If she was on the dock's walkway, I definitely wouldn't have seen her. If you're looking for her, I suggest checking around here. So we gotta check every other spot. I've asked a few people, but none of the clues seem particularly useful. I should head back and discuss with Wise. Oh, so we were just checking. Okay. I thought we were at least gonna get somewhere after doing everything.
No luck on my end. Belle, did you find anything?
Nope.
It was wishful thinking to assume that a quick stroll through the port would solve this. But since we're here, might as well give the harmonica a try. Whether it works or not, you owe me some fries before we head back.
I'll do whatever you say, but Belle, would you mind giving the harmonica a try instead? I'm curious to how it sounds.
Wow, you sure know how to set me up. I'm telling you now, though, I can't promise what it'll sound like.
You pull out the harmonica and glancing at the sheet music, see a melody you've never heard before. Taking a deep breath, you let the notes flow and start to play. It was pretty accurate. Whatever you think it sounded good at least. The music continues for half a minute.
How do I put this? It sounds okay once you get used to it. But nothing happened, so I guess we should just get some fries and head back.
Excuse me. Were you the ones playing the harmonica just now?
Holy crap, we just spawned a waifu. Do it again. Spawn more waifus.
Sorry. My sister didn't mean to make such a commotion. We'll just... Wait. You're the one in the photo. Sorry about that. I didn't hear any footsteps, so I didn't realize you were right beside us.
Man, if we didn't know any better, she would have just spawned behind us going, "I'm Batman."
My apologies. Moving quietly is second nature to me. I didn't mean to startle you. If I may ask, where did you learn that melody?
A sheet of paper. Why shoot you a questioning glance? The blindfolded woman from the photo actually appeared. What an unexpected surprise. But now what? First thing first, let's bring her back home. Oh my god, Belle. Belle just wants to collect the waifus at home.
Well, the two of us are proxies, and this song was given to us by a client. We never thought it would actually help us find you. Our client is the one looking for you. Why don't we discuss the details somewhere else?
I see. Please lead the way. I'd also like to meet this client of yours.
Let's head back to the store.
Okay, let's go check in with Shepard. Oh, I almost forgot. Your name is...
My real name. I haven't used that in a long time, but I do have a code name. You can call me Charon.
You return to the video store with the woman who calls herself Charon. Along the way, you introduce yourselves and share a bit of your fledgling proxy business.
Miss Charon, I just reached out to the information broker who posted the commission. He should be here shortly, and you'll be able to meet the client soon. Please take a seat on the couch. I'll get you something to drink.
Thank you, but please, don't mind me. By the way, the second row from the top on your TV wall, third unit from the left, it has a connection issue. You might want to check it out when you have time.
For someone not able to see, she's honestly really Honestly, I'd probably say she's better than Daredevil.
Oh, let me see. You're right. How did you know? No wonder there's been some lag lately.
I rely on my hearing. I lost most of my vision in an accident. I can just about make out the outlines of my surroundings. To move around like an average citizen, I've trained my other senses to be extremely sharp. I heard a faint buzzing sound. By moving around the room and noticing the change in sound, I was able to pinpoint the location of the faulty TV.
Sorry. I hope my question didn't seem rude.
No need to apologize. Vision isn't the only way to perceive the world. As proxies, you too should know that better than most. Anything that can be seen with your eyes can never be considered a secret.
Subtle silence fills the room till you hear a knock on the door.
It's me again! You two found the target already? Wow, Phaethon, you guys are incredible. If you're always this fast, you could take on anything.
Honestly, if we had more time in Bleach, I feel like this is what Kisuke Urahara would have turned into for Ichigo. A similar way in how Shepard is. Client didn't come with you, why do you look uneasy?
High efficiency? It's nothing really. By the way, didn't the client come with you? Karen here would like to meet them.
Where to start? It's great that you were able to find the woman in the photo, but there's a new problem.
How easy we were able to bring a waifu back to the store with us?
I can't get in touch with the client anymore. There's been no reply from his Knock Knock account since yesterday. I brushed it off at first, but there's still no reply today.
You know, it may say random play outside on the banner, but waifus galore is actually what it means.
Just when I thought he might have skipped town, his account suddenly sent me a location, the edge of a hollow. Who sends something like that in normal circumstances?
Definitely doesn't sound normal, something sus.
Sending a location from the edge of a hollow? That's anything but normal. And the client hasn't responded at all?
Either way, I'll keep trying to reach the client. I hope he's alright. Let's stay in touch for now. We won't be wrapping up this commission for a while.
Sorry, but I overheard your conversation. Could you share that location with me? If I investigate the hollow, I might pick up some clues.
You're Miss Charon? No offense, but the hollow isn't somewhere just anyone can waltz into. Without a carrot or combat personnel, it's a death trap. You should wait.
Shepard, doesn't she look like the epitome of a badass right before you?
I'm a soldier. I served with the Eridu Defense Force under the Chrysoberyl Division. Even after retiring, I've made countless trips into the hollow. You can trust in my combat skills.
Hence exactly what I said. Doesn't she not exude badassery right in front of you?
The heart rates of you and the two proxies here seem to have just spiked. Don't worry. My military days are far behind me. I have no current ties with them. As for getting into the hollow, proxies, can I request your assistance? I don't know anyone else who could guide me. I'll pay the commission fee as best I can. If you don't want to be involved, that's fine. I'll think of something.
We want to find the client quickly too. We can't let you deal with this alone.
We'd like to find the client ASAP too. I mean, who's gonna cover our commission fee otherwise? Besides, if we said no, you'd just head into the hollow alone, wouldn't you?
You mean who else is going to help towards that electric bill in the future?
How did you know?
So that was your plan? You just remind me of how Wise and I used to be. So desperate to find someone that we didn't even care if we were ready or not. Well, since Miss Charon wants to continue to investigate, I'm willing to act as the proxy for no additional fee. You can relax, Shepard.
I see. That works for me. With the client still unreachable, my hands are tied. Please, look into the hollow, and be careful.
I'm really sorry for troubling you both. Finding this client is very important to me, so I may have acted a bit out of line just now.
Who is the client? Seeing how determined you are to find this person, we couldn't just stand by and do nothing.
No worries. Seeing how determined you are to find the client, we couldn't just sit by and do nothing. Let's work together to find them.
Blind pursuit. I love how we were honestly talking inside here and then we spawn out in the video store. Alright. Let's get this started. Story commission. Only use trigger?
Let's fire it up.
Did I level my
I've got
Ambi
you
up? I
standing by.
did. You know, we're gonna try our Ambi out. Why not?
Some nitro fuel?
And, you know, we're just gonna throw a wild one in there.
Light this hollow up.
You know what, we're just gonna have 3 agents. Screw it. Why not? Usually they never take more than 1, but fighting kind of gets done faster.
Miss Charon, I need some time to calculate the hollow route.
Man, I would like to try that sniper out. Ooh, that sniper's sexy. Honestly, if I could have a
Please wait a
sexy
moment.
sniper like that in COD, that'd be nice.
Leave this to me, Proxy. Actually, I've been to this hollow before for
Really?
reasons. I
Isn't this
still
the-
remember the way forward clear as day.
Isn't this just the construction hollow? Now that I look around.
My calibrating.
Oh? Why don't you wait just a little longer? Calculating a
Little
path
splinter
doesn't
cell
take that
roll.
long.
You know, I kind of
Attacking
would
from
have
our blind
thought. So we're looking for a dude,
It'd
right?
be more efficient to retrace a path I've already
Low-key, I
walked.
kind of would have thought we
Please
were
come
doing a
with me,
commission
Proxy.
for Andy. Unless it was much later we met her. Wait, no, I think in the game's timeline we met Andy later, after Charon. Definitely with Soldier 11 too. I think we could have done double fire.
The path ahead.
Oh, hello. Where'd you come from, bro?
Should be right around here. I wasn't here too long ago. Looking for wind. One moment, Proxy. I might have misremembered. I just need to think.
Ooh, ouch.
I'm sure you're well aware that hollows undergo periodic spatial distortions and reconstruction.
Okay, I'm so happy I pulled for Bernice again.
That's why each time we enter, we need the most up-to-date carrot. You're not lost because you can't remember. After you left the hollow, spatial distortion occurred. That's why. What you deserve.
Okay, I'm kind of going in with Andy right now. Holy crap.
The target's weary.
Mind the voltage.
I'll pierce right through. Sorry for being so presumptuous, Proxy. I
Oh,
got
they're
ahead
already
of
dead.
myself and made things difficult for you.
They're already gone. Whoops.
It's no trouble. There's a fissure nearby. We can use it to get back on the right path. Despite a bad ending, once the camera stops rolling, no one's really gone. Let me lead the way from here on out.
Okay, that is it for the dialogue. Alright. I was trying to let the dialogue finish before we go through.
By the way, Miss Charon, how are you so fluid when you move and fight? Is it because of your sharper hearing and heightened senses?
One second
That's
here.
one part of it. In fact, my eyes gained some unique abilities as they changed.
Alright.
I
Didn't she
can't
basically
see
get...
most things clearly, but I'm able
She
to
got-
detect the etheric fluctuations of nearby humans, ethereals, and other objects.
Didn't she basically get Daredevil in the game? She basically got Daredevil in the game, didn't she?
I call this ability ether vision.
Need a hand? Quite the ability! Giving in your combat style. Those eyes must come in handy on the battlefield, huh?
Fire support ready.
Wait, something's up ahead.
Researcher? Man and a woman lie collapsed on the ground. You see bullet holes on their body. No signs of breathing. Their heartbeats and pulses are completely gone. These two are dead. Cause of death appears to be severe blood loss from long-range gunshot wounds. Aw, that's sad. Time of death probably within the last 1 to 2 hours or just before we entered the hollow. Which means we're not the only ones here. This isn't just a case of losing contact with our clients. Someone's been killing people in this hollow, though I don't sense a killer nearby right now. There's still a chance they're still active somewhere in the hollow. Proxy, don't stray from my side. I'll keep you safe. I really want to take their bodies out of the hollow, but without knowing the killer's whereabouts, moving them would be too risky. Mark these coordinates. Once we confirm the area is safe, we'll come back to retrieve their bodies. I'm sorry, but the crown must be cold. May you rest in peace.
What could have happened? Who did this?
Given the depth of the wound and the caliber of the bullet, the killer was a sniper, just like me.
Okay, I think we're good to go
The
forward.
surrounding ether levels have significantly increased. What's going on?
I just don't want to cut any dialogue
Let me
off.
find what's causing the ether level increase. Up ahead, there are multiple devices leaking ether non-stop.
Oh, hello. Where did you come from?
These are high-pressure ether storage tanks, filled with highly concentrated ether.
Ready for a fiery feast?
As soon as the valve is opened, the ether will flow out at a fixed rate. Quick shot! Want to recharge?
Such high ether concentrations will make the nearby ethereals more active and cause more to show up.
Whoa, game. I can't see when you keep putting me into a wall.
Heron, it'll be dangerous if we keep moving forward. I'm here, Alexa!
Engaging head-on. Understood. These storage tanks are high-risk items manufactured by military-industrial companies.
Ooh,
They're rare,
smacked in this
even
corner.
on the black market.
There we go.
Several of these storage tanks appearing in the hollow is a clear sign that our opposition has malicious intentions. Don't hesitate.
I'm on it.
Let's find a suitable sniping position and disable those ether storage tanks along any mission-critical paths.
Man, the second part of that felt like it took forever. Holy crap. Alright, let's go find our sniper position.
My ether vision ability is perfect for dealing with such ether-laden objects.
Do we actually get to accurately snipe in this game? R2 for a single shot. Hold R2 for rapid fire. Ah. Oh no, third person. Wait, if this is rapid fire, so is this? Wait, this has rapid fire capabilities, right? So is this basically a 50 cal?
All high-pressure ether tanks have been disabled. We can keep moving.
This has to be a 50 cal, right? With rapid fire
Recalibrating.
capability?
Wait, Heron, I'm detecting 4 life forms up ahead. Let's go take a look.
Isn't her sniper supposed to be a 50 cal then? I could be wrong.
Proxy, there are 4 people over here. They're all still alive. I'm not detecting any ether fluctuations from any other life forms nearby.
Check their condition.
Great, that's a relief. Can you confirm their condition?
Confirmed. One is seriously injured. A bullet pierced their lung. The other three? No internal injuries, just a few minor wounds. They're all unconscious. The one with severe wounds. His etheric fluctuations are nearly completely gone. He's beyond saving.
Who are you? Help me. It hurts. So cold. I don't want to die.
There must be something we can do. I'll contact the hospital, and we can get him out of the hollow.
His internal organs are ruptured. He'll bleed out long before we can get him out. No rescue team can beat the clock when life fades this fast.
Am I dying? I just want to go home.
Are you okay?
Charon, are you okay? Did you get hurt during the fight just now?
I'm fine, don't worry about me. As I mentioned before, these eyes of mine have their uses, but they bring just as much inconvenience. The rejection reaction you saw just now is one of them. Staring into death. It's not something I handle well.
My head. Where am I? Who are you people? I remember now. There was a madman, a lunatic who tied me up and dragged me into the hollow. You're not.
I'm not the lunatic you're talking about. Can you stand? There are 2 more unconscious survivors here. If you can, help us carry one of them. Let's get out of here together.
Leave? We can leave this place? What about that lunatic who shot at me from the shadows?
The culprit should be gone by now. Charon, let's get the survivors out. Follow me.
Combat portion done. Exhausted as you carried out the bodies, making an anonymous report to PubSec. Let's take a short break here. The area around the Ballet Twins has been abandoned due to the Hollow disaster, and no one's likely to be around. It's both secluded and safe, making it a perfect place for a conversation. Those 3 survivors. Yes, I know I just escaped from a killer, so we need to check their injuries and mental well-being. Could one of them be the client? Unfortunately, I don't think so. After they woke up and saw me, they didn't have any particular reaction. If they were the ones who assigned the commission to find me, they should have recognized me to some extent. I'll keep watching around here and be on the lookout for the perpetrator trying to track us or attempting to ambush us. Could you please have a brief conversation with the 3 survivors? I think they might have info on the perpetrator. And to be honest, I think they might. It's probably just my imagination. I'll gather info from them first. Let's go get the info. Take a deep breath. If your emotions get too intense, the wounds might reopen. I still feel like I'm going to throw up. The fear that someone's still trying to shoot me, it just won't go away. Are you okay? Did you save us? I'm just about holding up. I'm more or less recovered from the shock. I remember you. You were looking around for someone around Port Elpis, weren't you? I think I've seen you before. I never thought we'd meet again like this. My name is Zoe. Just call me Aaron. Feeling nauseous again. I managed to hold it in. Did you want to ask us something? No problem. We'll answer what we can. How'd you get kidnapped and taken into the Hollow? What happened to you in the Hollow? I guess we'll just ask something. We might be asking everything. I don't know. Oh, you know, I was sightseeing at Port Elpis earlier. After that, I was on my way back home. Driving along a deserted road when I seemed to hit something, so I got out of the car to check. Just a few seconds after I got out of the car, someone hit me from behind and knocked me out. I still have a bump on the back of my head. You can feel it. Let's take a look. There really is a bump on the back of your head. As for me, I was sitting at home with a friend when someone pried open the lock and tampered with our food or water or something. I don't know what they did exactly, but shortly after we ate, we both passed out. We were the only three rescued from the hollow. Did you see another woman? Just the three of you. I don't have any more questions. Take some time to calm down. I guess we could ask the other ones. Why not? Do I really have to talk about it? If possible, I'd rather not relive it. After I woke up, I found myself tied up, lying alone in a corner in the hollow with ethereals wandering nearby. If I didn't make an escape then and there, I'd be doomed. So I found something sharp and cut through the rope. After freezing myself, I was able to run. When a bullet grazed the top of my head from above, that's when I realized someone had been watching me all along. The same happened to me. Basically saying the exact same thing. Barely ran a few steps when a bullet hit my left arm. I could only grit my teeth and run for my life. As she keeps talking, she'll throw up again. Trauma, trauma, trauma. Oh, they got shot with a tranquilizer and passed out. Oof. Now that I think about it, we must have both passed out in the same area. How are your injuries? Aside from the blunt force injury at the back of my head, I have some minor abrasions with a slight dislocation in my shoulder. A bit dehydrated and have a headache. Minor worse, I was hit solidly, taking off a small piece of flesh. And the same with my calf. Why am I going through all this? I'm fed up. Thank you and your companion. If it weren't for your arrival, I don't think the perpetrator would have let us leave so easily. Why are we being targeted? I can't take this anymore. So, everyone we met at Port Elpis is basically... Or at least not everyone, at least these three was a target. I'm still alive. Can't believe I got out of the hollow. What's your name? Jesse. Jesse! It's time to cook! Damn it, Jesse! We were supposed to be cooking! I'm so grateful you were there to save me. When that maniac was chasing me and sniping me, I really thought I was done for. Questions, go ahead and ask. I don't want to remember what just happened. Was tricked, receiving an anonymous message telling me there was a big job I could do, asking me to meet in the alley on 6th Street. I had just arrived at the agreed spot and was waiting, and someone hit me from behind. I was already in the hollow when I woke up. My hands and feet were tied. Probably gonna be about the same stuff, huh? I always carry a folded knife with me. I tried to shake the knife out of my pocket and cut the ropes, hoping to escape. Someone shot at me from the shadows. I was scared, so I quickly dropped to the ground to dodge the bullets, but they immediately fired several more shots. Had to run for my life, but I couldn't. Never intended to kill me right away. Instead, they were playing with me all along. Managed to hide in place with a few ethereals, but got shot with a tranquilizer. How are your injuries? Bit dehydrated, lost? I probably have at least 10 or so abrasions, but surprisingly no major wounds. Especially what's up with that maniac, what did I ever do to them? Take some time to calm down, is that all you wanted to ask? Thank you all. If you had come any later, I think the three of us would have been killed by now. So, reporting back, they are definitely victims in this situation, but what do they all hold together? After a brief check on the three survivors, you share what you learned from Charon. She then tells the other three over.
Thank you all for assisting me, even though I'm a stranger. You've given me valuable information.
It's the least we can do after you saved our lives. If there's anything else you want to ask, go right ahead.
I do have some questions left to ask. Before that, could the three of you introduce yourselves? I'd like to see if there's a pattern to how the killer chose their targets.
I'll go first. My name's Zoe. I used to be a soldier in the Defense Force, but now I'm just working a regular desk job at a private company. Don't let that fool you, though. I've earned my stripes.
Defense Force.
I'm Jesse, currently working as an internet information broker. I'm still pretty new at it though, so I can't think of any reason someone would target me.
My turn? I'm Erin. I was also in the Defense Force, but now I'm unemployed. Actually, I have a question for you all.
One info broker, two Defense Force workers.
Did you see my friend when you were in the Hollow? She's about my height, with shoulder-length blonde hair and a mole under her eye. We were kidnapped together, but I can't find her anywhere now.
If I recall correctly, we didn't come across anyone like that in the Hollow, among both the survivors or the bodies.
It's all right. I'll keep looking. I hope she's okay. We were always inseparable. We even planned to visit Scott Outpost together for Remembrance Day. I never thought something like this would happen.
Remembrance Day?
Remembrance Day? What's it about?
As the name suggests, it's a day organized by the Defense Force for the families of deceased soldiers and veterans. People gather to mourn their loved ones who died in the fall of the old capital and find comfort in each other's company.
I didn't know the Defense Force did that. Huh. Maybe I should go check it out.
If I can't find her anywhere else, I'll head to Remembrance Day alone. Maybe she'll show up there. Was your missing friend also a member of the Defense Force? Yes, she and I were in the same squad. Obsidian Division's Cartis squad.
Well, there's definitely something there. So this is target attack on the Defense Force. Yeah, the only one not in the Defense Force was Jesse. Unless he took a commission from the Defense Force. Or gave a commission. He's a broker, so he has to give.
This sounds like a series of murders targeting the Defense Force. But Jesse wasn't with the Defense Force.
No, you're probably not far off. Jesse claims to have been up front, but he neglected to mention he was once part of the Defense Force. Right, Jesse?
Well, that's... I just don't like bringing up my past in the Defense Force. It's not like I'm trying to hide it. They're just memories from my time there that I'd rather forget. I was part of Obsidian Division's Noct Squad. That's the absolute truth.
I was also in the Obsidian Division, Impera Squad. I don't know who those who died in the Hollow were, but it seems the killer really is targeting members of the Defense Force.
Wait a second. If I remember correctly, during the fall of the old capital, didn't our three squads work together on a mission outside Hollow Zero?
We did? I don't really remember.
I have a vague memory of it, but there were so many people on the mission, I don't remember your faces.
Thank you all for the information. I'm starting to see a pattern in the killer's choice of targets. But there's something else I need to ask. I came to this hollow because someone I'm searching for sent me its location. And that person was likely being held by the killer as well. Did you happen to see anyone else?
The three survivors exchange confused glances before shaking their heads.
You're not giving us much to go on. At least tell us what kind of person you're looking for. Male or female, what they look like. Can't offer much help without that.
Sorry, I don't have much else to share. Even so, if any of you remember anything else that may be useful, please let me know. This is very important to me. You don't even know who they are, yet you're so determined to find them. Is it really going to be an issue if you can't find this person? Maybe. I've been searching for someone for a long time. They might be the key to achieving my goal.
I see. Whatever happens, I hope you find them. If there's anything I can do to help, just let me know.
Thank you. But please, prioritize your own safety. If the killer is targeting former Defense Force members, there's a good chance they'll come after you again. Stay vigilant.
Of course. Once I've checked out Remembrance Day, I'm locking myself in my room and throwing away the key.
You return to random play with Charon. You do know people can still barge through a door, right? Even after questioning those 3 survivors, the clues we have so far are still insufficient. Our goal is to find the missing client. Right now, we only know that he was likely kidnapped by the perpetrator, but we have no idea who the perpetrator is or where they went. Do you have any ideas? I think the other proxy is right. The info the 3 survivors provided is limited. With our current info, it's hard to deduce where we should go next to find the client. Our clues have run dry. But we still got something out of it. At least we know some characteristics of the perpetrator. A sadistic sniper with a grudge against the Defense Force. They're meticulous in planning, avoid open confrontations, and are obsessed with committing crimes in the Hollow. Within these characteristics and the Hollow coordinates, we might be able to deduce the general area where the perpetrator operates, as well as a potential base where they might have placed the kidnapped victims. That would take a lot of time, and while we're narrowing down the search, the perpetrator might continue committing more crimes. Someone agitated. The lack of clues plunges you all into silence. Door to the video store opens. Someone's here. Bell, I think it's Shepard. He's at the counter. The intelligence broker might have something important to tell us. Let's talk to him first. Shepard, why do you look like you're about to fall over and you're like so drunk? You bring Shepard in a room where you can talk.
Phaeton, you've already been to the Hollow and made it back safely?
Why are you out of breath?
Did you run all the way here? Do you need a moment? We've already been to the Hollow, but unfortunately, we haven't found the client yet.
It's like man misses Metro, so we had to do the running portion of everything.
I'm fine. Did you find any clues there?
There are traces left behind. Signs of a kidnapping. It's very likely the client was involved.
Yeah, it seems the client was kidnapped, brought to the Hollow, and later moved again. We're still looking for clues. But why did you rush over to the store? Did you find anything?
Why did Belle go to serious face?
Well, just take a look for yourself.
Shepard shows you his phone about 10 minutes ago. The missing client sent him another location on Knock Knock.
I checked a map of New Eridu. This spot, it's another Hollow entrance.
We've been chasing dead ends with absolutely no clues. And now one just appears out of nowhere? Something smells fishy here.
You're sure it's just a disappearance for now and nothing more serious has happened, right? If that's the case, the situation is still manageable. No matter how shaky the clue is, let's keep investigating. Just be careful. Any casualties and this will become something beyond our control. At that point, stop the commission and contact me. I'll bring in some professional Hollow experts to deal with the situation.
Shepard hurries out. Okay.
Thank you for not revealing what really happened to that information broker.
Don't mention it. But I have to ask, why are you doing this? Calling for help might have been the safest way to handle the situation.
The killer is a sniper who has no qualms about taking lives. Judging by the victim's injuries, it's clear they know how to deal a fatal blow and how to inflict pain without causing death. Most Hollow Raiders lack experience dealing with snipers. If they encounter the killer, it's likely to end in a difficult fight, or worse, casualties. And besides, asking for help from others would only delay the search. The client is at risk right now, so I think we should follow the clues and enter the Hollow as soon as possible to ensure their safety.
Too risky? What if it's a trap?
I helped you keep this from Shepard, but I have to admit, it's just too dangerous. What if this lead is a trap? Who even knows who's really behind the client's messages anymore?
I understand, I really do. But what if we're late and something happens to the client?
Why is the client so important to you, Charon? Would you be willing to tell us? Are you so set on finding them because they're connected to the person you've been looking for?
Oh, our little Riz Lord Wise. Our little Riz Lord is back at it again.
The client's true identity might be the very person I've been looking for. And if not, they most certainly have some vital information. Since leaving the military, I've spent years searching for my missing teammates. They were more than just comrades who trusted me with their lives. To me, someone raised as an orphan, they were family. I've scoured countless hollows and every corner of New Eridu to find them, but I've never found a single lead. Until I met you and heard that melody on the harmonica. It's called Homecoming. My squad leader composed it. Only our squad knew it. And yet that client of yours not only knows the song, but also gave you the sheet music. Please, Proxy. This client is the only lead I have left. I'm certain my teammates are still alive. If this trail goes cold, I don't know when I'll get another chance to reunite with them.
If they're still alive, could there really be no trace of them after all these years? Wisest gaze towards you seems to convey such a question, but then thinking about how you're also searching for your teacher doesn't seem all that hard to understand.
I get how anxious you must feel. Let's face this together. But this time, we really need to be extra careful.
Thank you, Proxy. I feel much better knowing I have your support. You can trust me. I'll protect you if the killer is really waiting for us in the Hollow. We'll make it out in one piece.
Invitation to kill. Why do I feel like we're going into 1v1 matches back in old COD? That's funny.
Want a glass of nitro fuel? Eradicate all evil.
Oh, I didn't level her up to 60? Alright, screw it.
Let's fire.
Asset it's my duty to protect the asset.
Alright, let's switch it up. Man, after this, I need to level up Miyabi. I didn't know she was at 50 still. Ruh-roh. Oh well, she's still a badass, even under-leveled. That's only a story commission. She'll do fine. Man, I still want this sniper.
Looks like there's something here. Is this a communicator?
Well, I guess we have no choice.
Proxy, look at this. A communicator left right at the Hollow's entrance.
Why is there a communicator?
Why is there a communicator here? It doesn't look like it was randomly left behind.
There's hardly any dust on its surface, which means it was only placed here recently. It looks like someone wants us to use it.
Oh, such decisiveness. Following random location info without even thinking twice. I'm glad, Sniper of Liar Squad.
Liar Squad? What's that? Wait, who are you?
Sniper. Or should I say Charon now? Haven't you shared your past with our dear Proxy? If introductions aren't your strong suit, I'd be happy to show you how. You can call me Grim Vulture, the one behind this string of murders. You see, I've been working my way down a list, crossing off names. And now, Charon of Liar Squad, your name's next.
Looks like you've done your homework on me. Just because my presence interferes